Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Welcome back to another boosted review. This time we are going to be doing the LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special, which dropped last night around midnight on Disney Plus. And I just had to check this thing out, you know, knowing that the original Holiday Special coming out, I think 42 years ago today, which, by the way, happy Life Day, Star Wars fans. It's very notorious because it's bad. It's that bad. Honestly, I'm not going to get into detail of it because that's not the focus of the video. But if you guys want to know more about the Holiday Special, let me know down below, or just go watch the countless other videos that are talking about this monstrosity. So, the LEGO Holiday Special. Wow. Okay. I'm just going to say this right off the bat, alright? I know that not a lot of people are huge fans of the sequel trilogy. So am I, alright? And the fact that most of the special is centered around the sequel trilogy is, I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit annoying, to say the least, because they try to push it too hard. But then again, it's only for like a few brief moments. So, if you're not a huge fan of the sequel trilogy, you're going to have to deal with it for this one, but don't worry, there are a few moments where you will feel satisfied, okay? So, let me just give a brief rundown of what's going on so far. So, it's Life Day, and Rey is trying to train Finn to be a Jedi, right? Since LEGO kind of knows that Disney made an oopsie and didn't acknowledge that Finn was Force sensitive or whatever. So, it's after the Rise of Skywalker. She already has, like, the yellow lightsaber. And she's like, okay, Finn, I'm gonna train you, right? Yet he's, you know, he's Finn. He doesn't know how to do it. And she's like, what the hell am I doing wrong? You know, I looked through all the Jedi texts. I'm not doing anything right. What do I do, right? And so she finds out that there is a key, a time key, that is only, like, activated once a year during Life Day. And so she's like, okay, I'm gonna abandon all of y'all on Life Day. And I'm gonna go find this time key so I can learn how to train Finn, you know? And so she goes and gets the time key with BB-8, and then they go back in time, you know? They first go to Dagobah, where she sees Luke and Yoda, you know, training him, lifting the X-Wing. There's like a small banter with like the do or do not phrase and whatever. And then they go to the Battle of Yavin, where, you know, she goes into the X-Wing that Luke is currently in, and, you know, she kind of messes up the whole use the Force, Luke, like, throw the torpedoes and blow up the Death Star, but she manages to, quote-unquote, help him do it, so he still blows up the Death Star. And then there's a small moment where we go to the Phantom Menace, where Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon are just sitting on the Separatists' ship, I forgot what's it called, and they're just chatting, you know, like the negotiations and all that. And then the gas comes in, and she's like, oh, crap, we gotta go, right? And then things start getting interesting when she goes to the Battle of Endor, right? Where the Death Star 2 is just hovering over Endor, and Vader and Palpatine are just chilling, you know? And Vader's like, Master, it's Life Day, so I got you this cup. And Emperor Palpatine's like, what? Like, okay, Galaxy's best Emperor. Okay, well, I'm the only Emperor. That makes a lot of sense. Yada, yada, you know. And then, Rey is like, okay, let's get out of here, because, you know, Palpatine, all that. And then she leaves. She accidentally leaves the portal open. Palpatine sees it, and he's like, Vader, go get the key for me, or whatever the hell that is. And Vader's like, yes, Master, I'll go get it. And so he goes through the portal. Vader and Rey meet up in the present time. And she's like, oh, well, I'm a Jedi. And he's like, you're a Jedi? And he's like, yeah. And they go at it, you know, like, oh yeah, something cool I noticed. LEGO knows that Vader can easily beat Rey, right? Rey's not gonna beat Darth Vader with rocks, which she actually tries, you know? She gets like a bunch of rocks around her, she throws it at Vader, he easily dodges them. He's like, what the hell you doing with them rocks, bitch? You ain't gonna hit me. And, yes, he easily gets the key. They're both trying to get the key at the same time with the Force, and then it goes into another portal, you know? It falls into the portal, they both go into the portal, BB-8 stays behind, and this is where things start getting interesting. So they first go to Hoth, Vader is Vader and Rey are at Hoth, like the AT-ATs, and Luke's doing the thing around the AT-AT, and Vader accidentally bumps into his other Vader, because there's 2 Vaders on Hoth now. And he's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "I'm me. I am Vader." He's like, "No, you're not. I'm the true Darth Vader." And they have like a little lightsaber duels to see who's who. And then they're like, "Oh, you are me. That's cool," And then the original Vader leaves the other Vader behind and goes after Rey. And then the other Vader's like, "Well, that was cool. I don't know what just happened. Let's just move on," And then we go to Mustafar. We go to Mustafar. So Vader and Rey go to the Battle of Mustafar. We see Anakin and Obi-Wan, voiced respectively by Matt Latner and James Arnold Taylor. They're doing the whole, "From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Well, then you are lost." Yeah, all that. They're battling on Mustafar for a few bits, and then they're going to fall down like the lava waterfall. They both exit there, but they bring along Obi-Wan and Anakin through the portal. They go through some Clone Wars stuff. They bring some clones along the way. We get like a brief cameo from the Mandalorian. Baby Yoda is there. They're like, "Oh, he's cute." Yeah, Disney trying to cash grab some off the Mandalorian, because Disney Plus and all that. And yeah, they just go down to the portal. Mando's like, "What the hell was that?" And everyone else is like, "I don't know, let's just keep shooting at each other." And then it all concludes with Luke from New Hope just going out looking at the binary sunset, and there's like a bunch of portals just opening up and falling into the sand. And it's just, man, you have old Han and like original trilogy Han. You have all 3 Obi-Wans, past, present, and future, giving they say hello there. So that's kind of cool. And then you have Darth Maul, who's still cut in half from the Phantom Menace, going up. He's like, "Kenobi," and he's like, "Oh my god." And it's just everyone, friends, rivals, enemies, and foes, just coming all together. Blasters are being shot, lightsabers are being thrown, just pure chaos. Rey and like Vader just in the distance trying to still get the stupid key, while like the entirety of Star Wars is like kicking each other's asses. And then Luke from the original trilogy, who is still not knowing what the hell is going on. He still doesn't know he's a Jedi yet. He's just a moisture farmer. Gets sucked into the portal with just Rey and Vader, right? Vader gets the key, he gets away, and then Rey is stuck with original trilogy Luke, who still doesn't know jack about the Jedi. So Vader and Palpatine have the key now, right? And then Palpatine's are like, "Yes, now with the key, I can go to the galaxy's future. See how I'm doing, ruling the galaxy." And so they go 30 years into the future, and then that's where they end up in the closet of a shirtless Kylo Ren. And, I know, shirtless Kylo Ren. I thought that meme would be dead by now. But nope, they had to throw it out one more time. And then, Kylo opens his closet, sees, Grandpa Vader, and, he sees Palpatine there. He's like, "Oh my god, you're like my idol, He has like posters like Darth Vader up and all over his room. And he's like, "This is my grandson?" He's like, "Yes, apparently this is your grandson. And who are you?" And he's like, "I'm the Supreme Leader." And he's like, "Oh, a Supreme Leader. Well, do I take anything in the future? Do I rule all of the galaxy?" And he's like, "Nah, that's, I gotta tell you something about that, right?" And then he basically tells them everything that happens between like Return of the Jedi and The Last Jedi. And there is a constant gag where Vader is like just chilling, and Palpatine's all like, "So you're telling me that he betrays me, throws me down a reactor shaft, and I don't rule the galaxy?" And he's like, "Yep, that's pretty much how the story goes, dude." And he's all like, "Well, I guess you're my new apprentice now, because I'm not gonna get thrown down a reactor shaft." And it's, I'm not gonna lie, I would be pissed too if I found out my former apprentice would throw me down a reactor shaft in the future. So, while they're going through that whole ordeal, we're back in the present with like Rey and Luke, They're like, "Oh my god, I messed up, I should have listened, I shouldn't have gone through time." Then Ghost Yoda shows up, it's like, "You should not be, I don't know, you fucked up, yes you did, but you have the power inside you all along. Yes, you did." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Try to train Finn through the Jedi texts. Doing it wrong, you are." And she shows that, like, everyone's former master and their apprentices have been like, you know, they've been close friends, you know, they're like family, you know, you don't look at the Jedi texts. And she's like, oh, I've been doing it all wrong. And he's like, yes, you did. And so then, you know, Ghost Yoda goes away. They find out a way to get back to the Battle of Endor to stop Vader, Palpatine, and Kylo, who is now with them at the Battle of Endor. And they all go there. Rey and Luke are there. Original trilogy, Luke is still there. He still doesn't know jack shit what's going on. He's still drinking his blue milk. And Vader and Kylo and Palpatine's like, oh yes, let's talky more fighty, kill them all, you know? And then the Return of the Jedi Luke shows up, you know, green lightsaber and all. And so now you have Vader versus Rey and Kylo versus Luke. And Kylo's all like, I will pay for what you did to me. And Luke's like, kid, I don't even know who the hell you are. You know, this whole holiday special feels like the third act of Endgame, basically, if that's the best way to put it. It's basically Star Wars Endgame, you know? Luke beats Kylo by sending him back to his dimension. He has a temper tantrum. General Hux walks in. He's like, okay, I'll just come back later, you know? And then Luke is out for the count, you know? Rey is out for the count. She gets her ass kicked easily by Vader. And then, you know, they beat both Vader and Palpatine by, like, throwing them at, like, his throne, his chair thing, which also an ongoing gag is, like, you know, the chair goes back and forth, you know, it's pretty cool. And they get stuck in the chair. Rey goes back in time with the original trilogy Luke, who is still unconscious. Goes back to Tatooine. Return of the Jedi Luke is still on the Battle of Endor. Vader picks him up, you know, throws him over the reactor shaft. But while he's going down, he's like, oh, like the mug is with him now. He's like, oh, best galaxy's emperor, you know, I don't know why I'm so mean all the time. And then he gets like a hallelujah moment. He's like, why have I been bad this whole time, you know? No more dark side, I'm gonna be all good. And then he just blows up. They basically copied the Robot Chicken sketch that came out like maybe 7 or 6 years ago. But they did it better. And so, yeah, Rey returns him back to Tatooine. Everything's all back to normal. She goes back home. She's like, I'm sorry I treated you that way, Finn, you know? Like, I hope everything's cool and all. Everyone is there, you know? Lando was there. C-3PO is there. They brought back Chewbacca's family from the holiday special, which is surprising to say the least. But I'm glad that they're just there because, you know, they gotta be there. It's a sequel to the original holiday special. And, you know, it's just Life Day celebrations, you know? We see Ghost to Luke and Ghost to Leia. Really nice touch. And that's it. That's the holiday special. Oh, man. So, overall, I would say that the holiday special, it's not as bad as its original predecessor, you know? I would say it's more of an improvement. But, you know, I still don't think it was pretty good, to say the least. It's good when it comes to like comedy and animation and visuals, but when it comes to like its story, it's a little bit weak. It feels more like a Disney cash grab than a homage to the original, the prequel, and the sequel trilogy. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. It's a pretty good holiday special. It's not the best, it's not the worst, it's mediocre at best. I'll put it at that. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. So, yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, hopefully short, boosted review. Part 2 of Miles Morales should be out by Friday or Thursday, depending on which. And, yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Ta-ta, and farewell.